let's get into it. Before we do, though, I have to announce Rob G was so confident. He's a Laker fan. And he was so confident that the Lakers were getting Kawhi Leonard.
I wonder why.
I mean, but no, he was confident in the season, during the season. All season long, I believed he was going to the Clippers.
So you didn't help any of that?
No, not according to him.
Hey, dog. Hey, you done put.
Hold on. First of all, don't act like I was the only one saying Lakers.
Chris.
Everybody was saying Lakers.
No.
Who were you saying?
Listen, I just remember waking up in the morning and just watching you, and then it start traveling. You were the one, yo. You were that guy.
Hold up. Damon Jones was on there saying Lakers. Stephen A. Smith was saying Lakers. Now, I was saying Lakers, too. The Lakers were out there out front.
The way you said it, though.
Well, I speak with authority.
The way you said it. Hold on.
I didn't measure twice, cut once. I didn't drop the mic.
You didn't. And I give you credit for that. But you gave a hope that said the Clippers are out of it. You said, there's always a possibility with Toronto. The way you dropped the mic, yo, I swear, my phone started blowing up. Hey, Chris Broussard.
The Clippers on Thursday morning were essentially out. They were still trying to make it happen, of course. But without Kawhi, without them getting a second star, Kawhi wasn't going there. And they knew it, and they scrambled, and they got it done.
I'm with you, and here's the truth to the equation. From day one, I worked with the Clippers broadcast and the team intimately, and there is always notions. I think we just waved it off. They've always said, trade Gallo, get a second superstar in the mix. They've never changed that narrative. Right. Now, obviously, like you pointed out, it was a hot 24 to 48 hours in which they had to make it happen. I had your back, dog. Now, I gave you some business, but I had your back because there were more elements to this because Kawhi Leonard stepped in and he knew in his mind, he said, yo, I have to manage this season out. I have to manage my injuries. Heck, I go into a Western Conference playoff or even the East again. I can't carry this team.
Right.
He carried Milwaukee, if I'm not mistaken, against
Toronto.
Milwaukee, against Toronto, against Milwaukee, against Philadelphia. The guy stepped up against the Warriors.
Well, no, they played well, but I'm just saying he averaged 30.
Absolutely.
Look, their role players were good. He was just set, as you said it, he was dead set on getting that second star. Like I said, I thought all season long he was coming to the Clippers. When I first began hearing Lakers, I was like, it didn't make sense to me. Because I was like, why would a guy that just led his own team to the championship go to somebody else's team? But then when I was starting to be told he wants a second star, it was taxing carrying the Raptors the way he did, his health situation. He took 22 games off for rest and still was banged up in the playoffs. So he knew I need a second star. And once the Clippers were able to do that, then it made all the sense in the world to me to go there. But I think he would have ended up with the Lakers almost. He wanted the Lakers, but he had reservations, as you know, about the front office, about will I end up taking a back seat to LeBron and AD, or even just one of them? And he didn't. He was a little bit hesitant about that. But I think his desire was so strong to be in Southern California that he would have gone to the Lakers if the Clippers hadn't made that deal.
Hey, Chris, I got to say this, man. When I start to, analyze what Kawhi's done in the last 2 years or maybe 2.5, however you measure, it's been absolutely masterful. And we're seeing what he's done now. But go back to San Antonio. Because when he asked out, when he took his health as a priority, everybody dogged him. What is he doing? Why is he not playing? Everybody dogged him. Then he went to Toronto. Gave them a game plan. He gave them the game plan.
Right.
I'm going to load manage. We've never heard that term before. It was set out on a calendar. I'm not sure it was back-to-backs. It was based around a travel schedule. Whatever it was, he did it. And when he turned it on, bro, it's one of the greatest playoff performances we've ever seen.
No question. And look, and this makes you – it started with his great conference finals game 1 against Golden State when he got hurt. But they were up, 22 in that game? I think Golden State still was going to win that series. But he was doing tremendous things in that game. Then he gets hurt. Obviously, Golden State goes on to win. But you're right. Look, I've said it, and I've said LeBron, part of LeBron's legacy will be that he showed players, he broadened their horizons.
Explain that.
He showed, when he went to Miami and then back to Cleveland, got Kevin Love there, then he maneuvers to L.A. Part of LeBron's legacy is showing players. Remember, we used to have player coaches.
Yeah.
Bill Russell, Lenny Wilkins, so on and so forth. LeBron was like a player GM, player CEO. He showed players, don't just let ownership or the front office have your destiny in your hands. You can take your own destiny in your own hands. Here's the thing, though. This is now possibly twice that LeBron has been one-upped by those who followed in his footsteps. So, for instance, Rob Parker always says that, I'll give him credit. He says LeBron created MySpace and then Kevin Durant created Facebook. Meaning when LeBron went to Miami, that was a unique move we hadn't seen before. But Durant one-upped LeBron by going to Golden State and actually cost LeBron, not cost him, but beat him in the finals twice.
No, there's an element of that. I feel like KD's little brother. And KD's chasing
he's doing everything LeBron's doing.
And he's chasing that legacy.
The number.
So when you made that statement, Kevin Durant's the first name that pops into my head as far as moving around, as far as understanding his brand and saying, yo, I have this window here. I mean, heck, let's rewind back. Everybody goes, stay in Oklahoma City, right? Stay in Oklahoma City.
I thought he'd stay at least 1 year.
But you don't know what tomorrow looks like. Where's Kevin Durant right now? Injured with an Achilles tear. So let's say he never gets a championship. He rides it out with Russell Westbrook. Little bro, let's say he rides that out. He had a chance to go get a ring. We're not acknowledging. And he got his ring. And now he don't know what tomorrow has to lie. But he got his ring. His legacy's intact. Obviously, he wants to get one on his own, but he's further ahead than if he stays in Oklahoma City and maybe never gets one.
Maybe never. And I don't think, look, I thought they'd run it back one more year to try to beat Golden State. They could have beat Golden State. I think they would have had problems with Cleveland. Because Cleveland, with LeBron in Cleveland, KD and OKC, LeBron always had the upper hand. They had really had, I think it was 17-5 or something was their record, Cleveland against OKC with LeBron and KD. So, but they could have. They
didn't
may
play
have
basketball,
won
dog. They didn't play basketball.
One.
It was like beating your head against the wall, watching Oklahoma City try to execute down the stretch. It was the old school. I would say that's the way we used to play.
My turn.
It was two superstars, a group of role players and defenders, because they played hard as heck.
Right.
And then two guys who just took bulk shots. And that's how you won in the past.
Kobe
Bryant's championship, Carmelo when he was in Denver when they were very successful. That's how you played. And then we would anoint that one, Allen Iverson. Then we would anoint that one guy as king. Golden State showed you, let's move the ball around.
Right.
Let's play together. Let's let's execute.
Speaking of which, I don't write off Golden State. If they're healthy, I don't write them off. If they're healthy. If Klay can get back, and this might be a big if, but if he comes back with 2 months left in the season,
why are you saying that? Though? Why what? Why are you saying you don't write them off? Everybody else is written up. I want to know why.
I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm not saying I don't agree with you, but I want to hear why.
One, I think D'Angelo Russell fits in well. Okay. Now, and if he doesn't, you'll trade him by the deadline. But people talked about, he was a lot of high pick and roll last year in Brooklyn. Well, Steph was a lot of high pick and roll under Mark Jackson before Steve Kerr came in. So I think D'Angelo will be good off and on the ball. I think he'll buy into the ball movement and running around. He can obviously catch and shoot. He can play with the ball in his hands. I think, and out with, besides D'Angelo, they are largely, now they're going to miss Iguodala.
Yeah.
But they're very much the similar team to the one that dominated in 2016 and 2015. I love getting Willie Cauley-Stein.
Love that.
I think Kevon Looney was big. I think Draymond will stay motivated like he was
end of
the season playoffs.
This was a team that won the West last year.
Right.
And when you look at the games
you're talking
played,
about without KD.
I'm just saying with KD. Let's just throw it out. Let's just throw it out without KD. But I want you to see this, though, that people don't look at. Golden State was a team. Iggy played 66 games. Dre played 66. Curry played 66. How many times in a regular season last year do you remember Golden State coming out with a full team? I want to see a stat.
That's a good point. It was rare.
Very rare that they actually played everybody who was actually motivated. So that leads me to say, hey, I buy in more like you're saying with that team. Maturity-wise with D'Angelo Russell, I feel like he's the sleeper pickup. And then when you play against as a player standpoint, when you play against a squad that is able to space you out, they space you, they spread you thin. And the problem that Golden State ran into, they didn't have the young legs anymore. And D'Angelo Russell, he may not be a good defender if we want to find a knock at him, but he's young enough and Kyle Steiner young enough to run all day long. And that's what Golden State never re-upped. That's what they never got. I thought, credit Bob Myers, it was absolutely masterful, that pickup and being able to get a D'Angelo Russell, 24, 25 years old, Chris?
I'm with you. Now, that said, right now, this moment, we'll make our official picks in the preseason. Right now, I think the West is so stacked. I have the Clippers as the best team in the West right now.
Why are you looking at me like that, dog?
Because
Why are you looking at me like that?
I know you work for them, but be biased. Be biased or be unbiased.
See, this is wild,
though. Be unbiased.
No. This is what people think.
Who's the best team in the West right now?
The Clippers. I don't formulate opinions though. Like, listen, when you get it like something, I'll be like, dang, don't fire me for saying this. Don't
they have a history. You got an ex-teammate they trying to get?
Yo, but no. Look.
Like Bruce Bowen?
I have the oh my God.
It turned out to be a smart move. It turned out to be a smart move.
They were all in. Hey, I got the Clippers.
Okay.
The reason I will throw the Clippers out, let's just say, let's just throw a hypothetical and say the talent between the Lakers and the Clippers are a wash.
Okay.
Who's the captain of the ship with the Lakers?
LeBron.
Who's the captain?
And that includes if you were gonna follow up with, the front office and coaches, I still would say LeBron.
You said LeBron, okay. Thank you for clarifying.
It really is.
Let me ask you something.
Their culture is not as good as the Clippers.
Who's the captain of the ship with the Clippers? Captain of the ship. Numero uno. Main man.
The logo? He said, does he set the culture?
I fool with the logo.
I know he's not doing quite as much as everybody's giving him credit for.
He's in a consulting role.
Right. I would say Doc Rivers.
Boom. Is that not a problem that you didn't name anybody on the coaching staff of the Lakers?
Right.
Hold on. Is that not a problem that you haven't committed to a head coach?
Kawhi didn't even meet with the head coach. We threw it out to you, 877-99 on Fox. Who right now is your bet as the best team in the Western Conference? Let's start with Ravel in Michigan. Ravel, you're on with the Odd Couple.
What's up, Chris?
What's happening, man?
Not much. Good to hear you, baby, on a Monday. I got to agree with you, though. Right now, it's looking like the Clippers, if we're going starting five and going healthy, I'm saying the Clippers just because they got the best defensive starting five in the Western Conference. But I want to say, agreeing with Broussard Hollins on the air, I don't sleep on the Golden State because they are taking it back to 15, 16. You look at, they just picked up Amari Spellman, who is just like a Mo State.
He's a nice fit.
Yes.
That's right. Nah, they've been making some good moves. That's a good call, Ravel. I agree, Ryan. I would say, look, Clippers, I think the pieces fit better together than the Lakers. I think they obviously have a better coach than the Lakers. They got a championship coach. And defensively, they got two of the top three wing defenders in the league with Giannis. And that's critical. And then at the point of attack, you got Pat Beverly.
I think you underplayed that, dog. That's the best set of defensive forwards we've ever seen in the NBA.
You might be right.
Ever seen.
Because Pippen, Jordan was a guard. Yeah, well, if you call Rodman a forward. Which he was. Hold on, stop it. We gonna get. We might have to
call him a forward. No,
he's 6'6". He's 6'6".
He's not a better defender than Kawhi Leonard.
Dennis Rodman was one of the best defenders ever. Were you watching
He
basketball
was
at
an
that
irritant.
time?
Yes, I was.
Were you born?
I was born. I ain't that
You
young.
You was too young to watch.
You know, you
Dennis
can't-
Rodman was a great. How old are you?
You know we both light skinned. You can't tell a light skin just a person's age, yo. I was old enough, yo.
I got it. Hold on.
Hey,
Dennis
Chris
Rodman and Scottie Pippen.
Hold on. Hey, Chris Broussard might be about 60
sleeping.
years old, looking all of 35. Not a day over 35, yo.
All right, we gonna
No.
get to y'all. We gonna deal
What?
with that. We gonna deal with that maybe in the next segment
He'll
because you done
switch out on
called
Steph.
something out.
He gonna guard Steph Curry?
Dennis Rodman
guard
was
Steph Curry?
tenacious. He guarded Karl Malone.
That's cool. He guards Steph Curry? Could he guard
That's
KD?
what Scottie Pippen is
Can he
for.
guard KD? No.
Yeah, Rodman
we'll get him
would
out the
guard
conversation
KD.
then.
Rodman would guard KD.
Would he guard Curry? Would he guard Westbrook?
Look,
He might not even guard MJ.
but with Pierce or with Pierce, not Pierce, what's it, PG-13, Paul George, would he guard Karl Malone?
He'd give him a
Mic
fight.
drop,
He'd
stop
give him
it,
a fight,
stop
yo.
it.
Rodman,
It wouldn't
Rodman
be
was,
much of a fight. Conor McGregor gave who was the dude that beat him?
You credit him for irritating him.
Khabib a fight.
He irritated him. He still took a dub. He still took buckets, yo.
Well, hold on. Everybody gonna take buckets.
Nah,
in the
Kelly, you
NBA?
talking about Utah. Listen.
Let's get to some of the
Oh,
callers.
my
We got
God.
all
Come
show
on,
long.
dude.
I have all show long to set you straight.
And you talking
Let's
about
go to Tony in San Antonio. Tony, you're
Help-
on with Chris and
Help
Ryan.
me, Tony.
First thing I'm gonna say is Ryan is showing his youth and inexperience.
Thank you.
Rodman,
Thank you.
Rodman would guard anybody.
I think
Rodman
Ryan's
is the
27.
best. Rodman is the best defensive player in the Hall, second only to Russell.
Tony, how old are you? How old are you, Tony?
Twice as old as you.
I wouldn't expect anything less,
He
Tony.
mentioned Bill Russell,
I
so
wouldn't
you
expect
know,
anything
you
less,
know
Tony.
he's up there.
I appreciate you,
He
dog.
mentioned Bill Russell
Twice-
like he saw, like he watched Bill Russell every
Twice-
Saturday. So he
Twice,
up there.
twice as old as you. Now, in the West, this is what I think is going to happen. I think the Lakers going to end up with the best record. Warriors going to end up with second best. Clippers with the third best. But the Clippers will probably come out of the West. Because you got to remember, PG has a bad shoulder that he's still rehabbing. And Kawhi is going to be load managing all year.
Hey, Tony.
So,
Hey, Tony. You know who the 6th and 7th man of the years were?
oh, yeah. You got the young fella that
Lou-
played for the Clippers.
Lou and
Williams and
Montrez.
Harrell.
That's why they good. They Gucci.
Yeah. Right.
They Gucci with
Right.
just one of them.
Right.
Right.
Good call,
But-
Tony.
but-
let's
but
go
what-
to let's go to Joe in
Thanks,
Charlotte.
Tony.
Joe, you're on with Chris and Ryan.
How y'all doing, man?
We're great. And you saying Lakers. All right, let's hear that. Give your
I'm
reasoning.
looking at my reason is they got Anthony Davis. He's a wild card, and nobody's really talking about AD. But AD got young legs. I'm not even bringing up Kuzma, who's gonna come off the bench and do what he do. But AD is the wild card that's gonna help LeBron. When LeBron ain't got to carry the load, they're gonna just give it to him, 6'11", and let him do what he do. Also, he's played with Cousins and he's played with Rondo when they was in New Orleans.
How many games
So
does
I
AD
think
play? How many games does he play this season?
He's gonna play about 60.
Oh, he
you
we,
think
we
that's
might
enough?
Need more than that.
You might need more than 60 for
He's
where
what,
you going.
26, 25, 26? We need more than 60 games.
Okay, give him 70. Whatever.
those numbers up.
However
Those are
really
rookie
he
numbers.
plays, he's gonna roll. He's gonna be untrackable every night.
All
He's
right.
gonna be a mismatch.
Look, I like the Lakers. I think it's very close.